Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 572 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It is Thursday, April 14th, 2022. We're so happy that you could be with us tonight. We hope you're all safe and doing well. I am your host, Carrie. Also joining me tonight, my co-host, Garden City's very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing?
Doing good. Good thing I didn't wear my favorite hat today because I think I would have lost.
Really?
Yeah.
Exactly. And also former Garden City councilman and current president of the Garden City Kiwanis, Mr. Mike Jones. How you doing?
Doing excellent, Gary, but I'm getting better. Thank you.
Good, good. So tonight we were originally supposed to have Michelle Waddell, who was a candidate running for the newly created 12th Congressional District. But as some things change in politics, we now have Mykale Kelly Garrett. She is the mayor of Lathrop Village, and she is now running for the 12th district. So she's going to be our guest tonight. So we'll introduce her shortly and explain what's going on, and we hope you'll stay tuned for that. Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes is back. This is his final segment for you of Tax Talk because tax deadline is right around the corner. What's the date again? April
15th?
15th, yeah. 15th, I think. So you'll hear that. Joe's always got some good information for you. Mike's going to close out the show with some community announcements that you're going to want to know about. But first up, our very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom, will be here with the latest weather forecast for you. It'll be interesting to see what he has in store for the Easter holiday. So grab your favorite beverage or snack and please join us for the next hour or so. Should be a good one. Just a quick reminder to mark your calendars for these upcoming shows. Well, yeah, we got a couple of them here. Next week, April 21st, our good friend Kim Marquette will be here to talk about this year's Autos for Autism, and we'll find out what changes are in works for that. And if you know Kim, she's going to have some events going on at Straight Farmhouse Museum for sure.
Yep.
On April 28th, our guest will be Mr. Walter Epps, who is running for Wayne County Sheriff. So be sure to mark your calendars for that. And we got a lot of good guests coming up. I've also been meaning to mention, if you haven't watched Mayor Randy Walker's State of the City address yet, you can still view that on the city's YouTube page by searching GCTV HD. That's GCTV HD. And also on the city's Facebook page at Garden City, Michigan, City of Garden City, Michigan. So make sure you check that out. Some good information. Now, tonight, if you have any questions or comments and you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, please go ahead and put them in the comments section. We'll do our best to get them answered for you. You can also text your questions to 734-788-9319. We also want to take a minute to say thank you to all of you who listen and support us every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our surrounding communities as well. We really appreciate your support, and we'll always continue to promote our community and yours. And please continue to watch, listen, and share. Reminder, if your community or organization has any events or announcements or cancellations that you'd like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
I would say that to email us, Gary.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best way. Email the details to gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, and Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along for you. All right, let's get Tom in here now, and then we're going to spend some time chatting with our special guest, Mayor Kelly Garrett, candidate for Congress. So stand by for Tom. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Well, Tom, what do you got in store for us?
Oh, it's Michigan, so we're going to have everything in the bag today.
Oh, boy.
And it all started early this morning during the 4 o'clock hour. If you're a light sleeper, you heard that cold front coming through early this morning.
Yep.
And it had a band of rain with it, a lot of wind. and temperatures dropped as well. We were in the 60s around the 4 a.m. hour, and by the time we got to the 5 o'clock hour, we were already in the 40s. So we dropped 20 degrees over that 1 hour period, and the winds were fairly gusty during that time. They're around 50 miles an hour, and those strong winds continued throughout the day, and they were all around 50 miles per hour, and some locations were a little bit higher than that. And if you were out there even for a short period of time, you definitely felt the wind out there, and it definitely beated you up if you were out walking into the wind. And the good news is that the winds are going to start winding down as we get into the overnight hours, and we're going to see a kind of a decrease in the wind, but not completely go away. As we get into tomorrow, we're going to see kind of a raw day out there. So the Good Friday tomorrow is not looking good at all. Let's just get that out there for now. It's going to be much more cloudier than it was earlier in the day. We saw a lot of sun earlier in the day, and then the clouds moved in. And this day will be overall cloudy. We'll probably see some on and off rain throughout the day, and we're going to continue to see the winds continuing out there. We'll probably see winds, probably not as strong, but pretty noticeable, probably around 40 miles per hour tomorrow with that on and off rain and the clouds.
Jeez. And
temperatures probably are going to stay into the 50s. So pretty raw day out there.
Wow.
You're going to be out and about. But the good news is that as we get into the Easter weekend, it will dry out and clear out as we get into that time frame. But the only downside is definitely going to be a cooler weekend as we get into the Easter holiday. As we get into Saturday, the sun will reappear, and we're going to have a nice sunny day out there. But temperatures are going to probably stay into the 40s for highs. And as we get into Saturday night, it'll be another cold night out there. If you're really anxious and already buying plants and what have you, this is not the night to leave them outside. Saturday night, we'll probably see temperatures in the upper 20s for overnight lows. So it'll be a cold night out there, and it will not be good if you bought some plants out there. So bring them in or cover them the best way you can if they're already starting to pop out, or if you have them already in the ground. But if you're in Michigan for quite a while, a lot of people don't do that quite this early. But I know a lot of people are anxious this time of year when you get a couple warm days out there.
Right.
And as we get into Sunday, Easter Sunday, will continue to be overall a sunny atmosphere out there. Unfortunately, it will be continuing to stay on the chilly side. We'll probably be in the upper 40s again for high temperatures. So not the warmest Easter, but not the craziest Easter as well.
Yeah.
It will definitely be on the quieter side, just a little bit on the chilly side. And as we get into all of next week, we're going to see an early system in the week and then kind of drying out. So Monday is the only real day of the next week that looks like it will have chances of rain. Yes, I'm going to say rain. I'm not going to even mention that other four-letter word. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to say it. You already know what it is, and I don't think that we're really going to get into that during the day on Monday. It definitely will be on the cold side, and there has been chatter about it. It'll be more on the rain side with temperatures into the 40s. So it'll be a cold rain on and off, probably throughout the day on Monday, and then it will start to wind down as we get into Monday night. And temperatures on Monday night will drop into the 30s for an overnight low. So after Monday's system moves through, we're going to see a gradual warm up in temperatures. So it's going to be nice to see. Yes, it's going to be gradual. So as we get into Tuesday, temperatures will probably get into the 50s, staying dry all over after Monday's system. Will stay pretty much dry throughout the rest of the week. As we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, like I said, temperatures will stay into the 50s. As we get into Thursday and Friday, temperatures will probably get into the 60s. And as we get into the end of the month, I again see temperatures getting a little bit even warmer than that, probably getting into the 70s. So it's a gradual process. We are still in that, and in this time of year when you get these strong systems moving into the Great Lakes, you get the sharp increase of temperatures like we did for a couple of days. We saw temperatures into the 70s this week. And then that front moves through, and then we get that colder air mass moving in temporarily, and it brings down the temperature. So these kind of patterns are probably going to continue as we get into the rest of March out there. The good news is I don't see any winter precip with these systems. The good news also is I don't see any severe weather with these systems into the Great Lakes. So it's just some rain, some wind moving through, and just ups and downs in temperatures, which is we're used to it here in Michigan. So we can handle it. So that's some good news on our end. But we quickly expanding outward and talking about some other weather. This is probably the 4th week in a row that severe weather has been ongoing across the southern United States. I mean, that's been quite a busy season. I mean, they ran the numbers, and last March, last month was the busiest month for tornadoes ever. There was over 200 tornadoes during that month. So
Wow.
It's been fairly busy in the severe weather department, and the good news is that Michigan didn't see one of them. So we're staying on the quieter side when it gets to severe weather, and hopefully that stays like that, because as you listened to last week's show, it can happen in Michigan, and you always need to be prepared for that. But I don't see that in the horizon just yet. But if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and it will keep you updated as we get warmer and more active with potential storms and severe weather threats. So we'll keep you updated over there.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Doesn't sound like a bad Easter. I can remember some really bad Easters.
Oh, yeah.
Wet, cold, you name it. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's introduce our guest for tonight. She is currently the mayor of Lathrop Village and the candidate for the newly created 12th District. Please welcome Mayor Kelly Garrett. Hi, how are you, Mayor? Your mic is muted.
I can't believe I even did that. I've been doing this all day, and I can't believe when that happens to me. But how are you, Carrie and Mike?
Good. We're doing great.
Doing good.
Thanks for taking the time out tonight to join us.
No problem.
So, first off, how long have you been mayor of Lathrop Village?
So I have been mayor since 2017.
Oh,
and I've
okay.
been on council since 2011.
So you got the experience, that's for sure.
Yes, I do. For sure.
So why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and why you decided to run at this time for Congress?
Okay, so I already said that I've been on council since 2011. One thing is that I believe that I am truly a public servant. My heart is in serving the people and making sure that my residents and constituents are taken care of. So that's one of the reasons why I am doing this right now voluntarily. So I keep telling people that so you understand that this is not something that I'm doing just to kind of get to the next level or get a salary. This is truly the needs of the people. Some more about me. I do have a job. I work at Care in Action and Care in Action National Domestic Workers Alliance, which is a nonprofit organization. And I've been there for about 2 years, and I'm the state director for that. I used to be the chair of the Southfield Lathrop Dems Club, the vice chair of the Oakland County Democratic Party. And I'm currently a commissioner on the Michigan Commission of Community Engagement. Oh my goodness, I always forget the acronyms. Michigan Commission on Community Engagements and Economic Opportunities. So sorry.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
So I've been
remember it.
because I'm thinking about the acronym of it.
Okay.
And I've been on that for 2 years, and I was appointed by our governor, Governor Whitmer. And I just became a director, which this literally just happened a little while ago. I finally looked at my email, and I became a director of the Women's Officials Network. One.
Wow.
All the acronyms.
You have a busy schedule, that's for sure.
I stay busy, but the one thing that I love is the fact is that I get to get out and meet people and try to solve problems. So I did a great senior lunch today I think it was 81 people there. The idea that I could actually talk to someone who was 100 years old really
gosh.
made my day. So,
Wow.
yes, I
Yeah.
stay busy.
Not many of those, that's for sure.
No.
So we've had quite a few changes in the districts, that's for sure.
Mhm.
I know the new 12th district covers a considerable area now.
Yeah.
Can you name some of the communities that you'd be representing? I know you're in Garden City's included.
Right. So let's start in Oakland County. So that's going to be Franklin, Beverly Hills, Bingham Farms, Southfield, Lathrop Village. Then you come down Southfield Road, and then you'll have that part of Detroit all the way down to Dearborn. And then it's Dearborn, Dearborn Heights, Redford Township, Livonia, Westland, Inkster. I think I have them all.
In Garden City.
In
Wow.
Garden City, of course.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of area to cover.
Yes, it is.
What are your thoughts on the redistricting, the way they handled it, the way it is now? How do you feel about it?
So, do I like the districts the way that they are cut up? No, I don't. Do I think that I had the gist of what they were trying to do? I get that.
Mhm.
I think that one thing about the 12th is going to be very dynamic in trying to figure out the needs of each city, because
Right.
you're talking Inkster to Franklin. You know what I mean? Those are
Yeah.
a major two different needs right there.
Way
And
different.
I think you need to be someone that's able to kind of pivot as much as you can to figure out what your constituents in those particular cities are going to need. So, I mean,
Yeah.
the only chance I see is just the different hats that you would have to wear.
Right.
It's the different needs from the people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You're gonna have to clone yourself, that's for sure.
For sure.
So if you're elected, what would be some of your priorities nationally that you would like to see addressed more?
Well, I
Mm.
play around with two of them because they kind
Yeah.
of equal. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. They kind of equal to me. And so I've been like lumping them under infrastructure completely, because infrastructure can be so many things besides just our roads and our bridges and the sewers and things like that. But it
Right.
also can be the way that we care for each other and how we care for our family. And so
Mhm.
that's a particular infrastructure. And then the way that our schools are set up and how they get funding. So just starting out first, because we're on the, let's fix the roads. I'll spare you all the expletives.
Yeah.
But, so I know how important that is. Literally just coming home, I hit a pothole so hard that it made my whole body vibrate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know the importance of that. What people don't understand, and what I bring to the table as a sitting mayor, is that when the local, or I should say the state government is fixing the roads, that's not local roads. That's the state roads and perhaps county roads, and it'll trickle down that way.
Mhm.
Literally, Lathrop Village just passed a millage, which is for I want to say it's $18 million to get our
Oh,
roads, all of our roads fixed, and
wow.
our sewer and our water mains fixed. But that's off the back of the residents,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
pretty much how it has to be done now, isn't it?
yeah,
On the backs of the residents, because we did the same thing here in Garden City. Passed the
really.
road millage, yeah,
I
and
mean,
it's up for renewal.
it's needed, but it's also like, what happens when you get on a fixed income and you're
Right,
paying your
right,
bills like this, and then something makes it go up, but it's also
exactly.
needed.
Yep. It's
So
tough on the
it is,
road.
because also we have a lot of flooding over here too.
Oh,
And so our sewers haven't been updated since 1969. So we're doing all of that right
there's
now.
the infrastructure where that comes in again, right? Yeah, that's big.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly. And
they passed the infrastructure bill, so hopefully, I mean, we're gonna get some of that money, correct? And then
hopefully
it's
we
gonna be
get some
tough.
of that money. I can only pray to get the locally, because I mean, if I showed you my emails of the complaints I get of how much this is costing, plus the fact we're fixing our sidewalks at the same time, which I
Mhm.
just got my bill, which is $2,000.
Oh, boy.
So I
Yeah,
can totally relate in that sense.
sure.
Uh, but then we also have something, I don't know if you know about it, but the state of Michigan passed a bill where local cities have to test all the pipes leading to the house,
Right.
and to determine if it's copper or lead.
Yep.
And if it's lead, the city has to replace them. But guess who
Yep.
has to pay for that?
Yeah.
Again, it's on the back of the city,
Mm.
and so I just have a passion for the actual how the cities are being treated. The other thing about care is one, our healthcare system is broken to me, and I have a personal story about that, is where we should be able to have healthcare, every person, that's not going to make us go into bankruptcy if once we get that bill. And I
Right.
gave an example earlier. The reason why I say that I volunteer for this position as mayor and as on council is because I really want people to understand I have a job. When I don't have a job, I'm like everybody else, calling the unemployment agency, trying, get money through there. But my point of saying that was there was a time when I did not have a job, which meant that I did not have insurance. And I
Sure.
got very, very sick, so sick where I really thought I was dying. Long story short, I knew I could not go to the hospital because I didn't have insurance and I could not fathom the idea of how much that bill would cost. And it got so bad where I had to rush myself to emergency, because I had held off for so long. I
Sure.
had a blood clot and I
Oh, boy.
had walking pneumonia. So I could have been
Ooh.
killing myself just because I didn't want to pay this
Yeah.
exorbitant amount
And,
for insurance.
and it's
You
like
know?
that with a lot of people. I mean,
Absolutely.
you can relate for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And then unfortunately, I lost my son in October, this past October.
Oh, sorry to
And
hear that.
thank you. And just the disparity of healthcare and the way you're treated in the emergency room was very evident, very, very, very evident. And I think that everyone deserves equal access to care.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about that. There is something that I do have my
All
eye
right.
on. Pardon me?
It's a right, not a privilege.
Exactly, exactly.
It should be.
Um, we have this thing where our kids are on our insurance, right, until 26.
Mm-hmm.
But they're taken away from their pediatrician at 19. And so if you have a pardon me?
Good point. Yeah.
And if you have a life-threatening disease, there's going to be a gap. That 19 to 25 year, especially if it's a specialty disease. And my son had sickle cell anemia, and so not every doctor knows how to deal with that. He had the best pediatricians,
Yeah.
but that gap of time. And so I really would like to see something passed where you even that up. As long as a child is on their parents' insurance until 26, they should stay with their pediatrician or their specialist until they're
Sure.
26 also. So I mean, that's something very personal. Regardless, whatever happens through the race, I'm still going to be focused on that.
Well, what about the cost of prescriptions? I mean, it's ridiculous. Do you feel Medicare should be able to negotiate for drugs?
Absolutely. It should not be that expensive. I'll tell you,
Right.
honestly, Carrie, is that I go across to the border
Yeah.
to get acupuncture because it's less expensive there. And
Isn't
I
that
mean,
something?
this is not how we should be. I
No.
also don't think that anyone should ever have to decide between eating
Right.
and taking medication, or
And that's
getting
what
your
our seniors have to do a lot of times.
Absolutely. I heard that today at the senior center where, well, unfortunately, one of the nurses was stealing her pills and giving her extra strength Tylenol instead of medication. But I know firsthand that I think I was spending almost maybe $200 in prescription drugs when I was sick, and I
Yeah.
was unemployed.
Right.
So just imagine how a senior feels with that,
Yeah. Yeah. My wife she blew blood clots twice. She's blown them. And now she's on Xarelto for the rest of her life. That's
Wow.
$400 or $500. It's ridiculous. A life-saving drug. Mike,
Yes.
what do you say? You're on
It is.
insulin.
Oh yeah, my med bills are about out of pocket probably $5,000-6,000 a year.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
We're the richest country, right?
that makes
And
no sense.
it makes absolutely no sense to me. And I don't feel as though there's anyone that's really trying the drug, I shouldn't, I'll back up. The drug companies are winning and we are
Oh,
losing,
absolutely they are.
you know,
Absolutely. Yep.
and that's despicable to me. And the other thing is that what I was talking to the seniors about is about how they're cared for. You're not supposed to call them seniors. They are I forget the right word. So sorry. Everything changes. Okay. So I was saying that, you are taught to follow the American dream, right? You're supposed
Yeah.
to get a job, buy a house, retire, live happily ever after.
Yeah.
God forbid you get sick. God forbid you can't take care of yourself.
Right.
Then where do you go? You go into a nursing home.
Right.
You
Or you're a
lose
burden on your kids or family or, it's
exactly, and the probability you may be losing your home, something that you
yeah,
worked, for. I
right.
think that is something also that was in the Build Back Better
Mm,
the package that did
mhm,
not get,
mhm.
and that's the home base and community services, and that's where someone has a choice to either go to a nursing home or be taken care of at home. And I
Mhm.
think that's really huge. I think you do better when you're in your own environment. And then also, which is the most important and something that I feel passionate about, is that I am pro police. I'm anti-crime. I mean,
Sure, sure.
but one thing that we did in Lathrop Village is that our police force gets trained every year in diversity, equity, and inclusion. I
Mhm.
think they also need now have some training on mental health. Kind of
Good.
just some thoughts, or just to have
R
some idea, knowledge about it. But I
right,
also
right.
think that we could have a professional mental health counselor or social worker on staff, because
Right.
everyone doesn't have to be a police officer going out there, especially if they can assess the situation and de-escalate
I
what could
agree. I
you know blow up. So
right, right.
and of course, economic development. I understand we want to have green jobs, but we can't let jobs go away because, just because they weren't green. We need to figure out how to work with them to
Mhm.
have clean jobs here. We're the motor city. We're the auto capital of the world. I
Yeah,
still don't understand how we're losing our plants here. And
I know.
so, and that, you have to work with people and learn how to negotiate with people. I'm someone that I've been working across the aisle, supposedly,
Yeah, I was
my
gonna ask you about that. Yeah, because there's such a disconnect, especially in Washington. It's just terrible that,
Yeah.
they can't agree on anything. It's
no,
all Democrat or it's all Republican. It's terrible.
it
And
is. And
Very polarized.
I think that's where we've lost our footing at, because now the way that I look at it is it's all or nothing. Either you give
mhm.
me what I want
Yeah,
or I'm
yeah, there's
taking
no
myself going home.
right. Yeah, there's no negotiating at all. I mean, it's wow.
No. And
I
that's
mean,
not how it's
yeah, and we're facing so much, gas prices, inflation, COVID,
yeah.
Ukraine, Biden administration, their hands are full.
Yes, it
Hands are
is.
full.
It
I
is.
mean, what are your thoughts on the gas prices and inflation and COVID?
It's so much. It's hitting us all at once. It's like when you try
That's
to
it.
come up for a breath, something
Yep.
else seems to happen. With gas prices, I went to the gas station the other day. What used to be $30 is now costing me $50,
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yeah.
so I was, pumping my gas, and I stopped and thought, and I said, well, how blessed am I to be able to do that $20 difference, right?
Yeah,
But
right. Yeah.
what about the other person that can't? And then it's just
Mhm.
a trickle down situation, because I went to the grocery store. I could not believe what I got for $45. I mean, No, I literally put it on the
Sad.
counter and could not believe.
I
It
know.
was
I don't
so
know how
good.
people on these fixed incomes and seniors and that are doing it. I just don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like you said, with insurance, thank God for Obamacare, they'd have nothing.
that's
Really.
right. That's right. And one thing that had happened in Lathrop, because a lot of people just assume that Lathrop is set, the people that live here are set. But,
Yeah.
think about it, if you lived here 30, 40 years, that means your house is paid for, this is where you're going to retire. But there was a lot of people reaching out to me privately that they didn't have any food. And they weren't working, and so
Mhm.
we put on a food distribution. And there were some people that were really upset about that because they were thinking that I needed to move it to Detroit where the people were really hungry. And I'm like, no, there's people that's in your backyard
Oh,
that are
yeah.
It is. Yeah.
that are struggling, and you have to understand that. And it has no political background with that, and that's
Mhm,
how I
mhm.
feel. Certain things,
It
it's
affects
not
everyone.
it affects everyone, and that's what COVID really showed. And I'm really disappointed in the way that our government is operating right now, because again, there's no negotiation, there is no cooperation. And it used to be, from what I remember growing up, and I'm a little older than I think people probably know or probably think, but
We
I
won't
remember
ask.
I do remember, talking to my dad, and you go out on the golf course and you talk some
Yeah,
things through, or you go out and have, a beer or something, and you talk some
right.
things through. And now you can't even be seen in the
A
same room.
lot of deals were made on the golf course, that's for sure.
True, true. And
My
this
wife
is
says, "No compromise for the greater good." So sad, and that's true.
absolutely,
There
and
isn't.
that's true. That is the truth. And it's pretty sad because guess what? We lose when they don't compromise.
Yep. Garden
You
City Mayor Randy Walker's in there, says, "Hello, everyone."
Well, hello, Mayor.
Mayor's watching. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it.
That's great.
So,
Does Kelly have is there any incumbents in the new 12th?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's quite a full bill, isn't it?
it's well, thus far is only two because
Oh, okay. I
I
thought there
just
was like
filed.
4. I didn't know.
It is four, but I just filed yesterday. And
Oh,
so
okay.
right now it's me and the Detroit City Clerk that have filed. And then Congresswoman Tlaib is moving to the new 12th.
Yeah,
And
I heard she's moving in. Yeah.
yeah, and Chanel Jackson, and I don't know if she's running still or not.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. That's for sure. It'll be a battle.
It's gonna be a very interesting summer.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're pretty much announcing your candidacy tonight, really, aren't you? I mean, you just
Pretty
filed
much.
when? Today?
I filed today is yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. I
You
just
heard it
filed.
here first, people.
You did. You did. I'm really excited about this, and I really think that I bring a different flavor
Hmm.
to this race because again, it's not. They say if you love something, you do it for free, and I have for 11 years, and so this is just to help more people because I've already been out and I've already helped other communities, through some things, and I just think that this is a next step for me. I'm very excited about it, extremely excited about it.
Hmm.
I was going to run in 2013 for Congress and change my mind because I felt as though I just needed to have a little bit more of political savvy and understanding before just jumping in a race. And I think
Yeah.
that
That's
that's something, yeah, there's something else we're kind of losing now. Everybody's running just for, because I can. And I get that you can, don't
Mhm.
get me wrong, but you got to also realize that running for office is where your focus is the people. You work for the people, not vice versa.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that because we have in Garden City, we have not been represented for several years here as far as state. Uh, and I hope that if you're elected, you'll be more visible and available for the community.
And because you said that, of course I would have to be, so you can play this back.
Well, I think you would be. I mean, it sounds like you're really dedicated to serving, and that's what we need,
I am.
and it's going to be tough because it's such a large area that you have to cover.
Yeah.
And boy, I'll tell you,
Diverse,
what's that, Mike?
diverse
Oh,
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
As she said, there's quite an extreme between Lathrop Village and Inkster.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Detroit, and
Yeah.
But the great thing about that is also that, I think sometimes things are given to you or happen to you so you can reflect back on those situations. So I'm no better than anyone else, and I've been no worse than anyone else, I feel as though, so
yeah.
I bring that type of
Now,
feelings.
Lathrop Village will be part of the 12th, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, along with Southfield, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Lathrop Village, was that a part of Southfield at one time? You broke away, or it was separate, huh?
Yep. It's really an
What's the
interesting
history
story.
there?
Well, the history of Lathrop Village is not so nice, but
Okay.
just know that if it could still have its original history, I would not be the mayor, nor would I live here.
Okay.
But the one thing is, what I do think is great is that Lathrop Village was founded by women. They were like the first land developers, and that was back
Wow.
in, I think that was the 30s, 40s, and that was never heard of. So,
Wow.
I mean, historically, in that sense, it's amazing, and my hat's off to them for that. And
Mhm.
it was just their little community that they wanted to keep it very pure.
Yeah, the population isn't what? It's not even 5,000, is it, or close to 5,000?
It's over 4,000. It's a bustling metropolis.
Well, let me tell you, Garden City can relate though, because a lot of your not problems, but situations compared to what we have here, like your roads, you had to pass a road bond. We passed a road bond. Sidewalks, we're having sidewalks done. I mean, it's just, I guess it's part of every community, right?
Absolutely. But I think that, and that's what I'm grateful for, is because yes, I'm going through that right now. And that's why I'm excited about being in this particular district, is because I'm the one that says, hey, yeah, I've been there, done that. You complain about the roads. Oh, I
Mhm.
understand. I mean, everybody says that now. And I look at campaign speeches, infrastructure, let's clean, let's fix
Yeah,
the
it's
road.
like, yeah,
Um,
scripted.
yeah, but I'm like, I fixed the roads. I'm like really doing
You've
this
lived it.
right. And I know that I don't want to put it on the back of the residents again. So I know that when I go to Washington, I got to fight for that for the little cities,
Yes, yes.
So, yeah.
Well, we'll appreciate that for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mayor Walker is in there watching and listening, and I'm sure that he'd love to meet you. So if you want to possibly set up an appointment with him, and
Oh, you're good, Carrie.
pick
I
his
really
brain a
appreciate
little bit.
I appreciate that. I absolutely would like to meet you, Mayor Walker.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're going to have probably a Facebook page and all that, I would imagine, a website.
I did it differently than everyone else. I didn't go out and do the whole, put everything on social media. I went out and met the people, got the signatures, and did that, and then we're
Mhm.
building it up from there.
Right.
So, but with you have the email, and that is a phone number to get in contact with me, and that I have been given out.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time once again to come on, and it was great getting to know you, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And
I did.
Anytime you want, okay?
Oh, I appreciate this. I so appreciate that you reached out to me. Mayor Walker, I would love it. Thank you. I appreciate that too.
We'll give you
And
a call.
hopefully, very soon we can maybe meet one day out of cyber space.
Yes. Let's hope so.
You know how long?
Go ahead, Mike.
You know how long it's been since we've had a congressperson, state rep, state senator at one of our council meetings?
They don't show up. They don't.
Yeah.
Show up.
Hey,
And they
wow.
always have time. They're always welcome, but they're just not there, and we don't know.
They're on the agenda, but they're not there.
Right.
Wow,
So I
you all
hope
giving me great stuff to deal with, but ours shows up. They show up every quarter, which I think we have some good people out here because they show up every quarter. And I also kind of blast them if they don't. So
yeah, that's good.
They,
Well, our
they
council
should be blasted.
has too, and they just, I don't understand why they can't, like even quarterly, like you said, show up, you know? It's
yeah,
just
well, you
so
have a busy
disrespectful, I
I
think.
get it. Yeah, I mean, you are like I like to say, and I'll stop talking, is that you are a state representative. You are the U.S. House of Representatives, which means
Mhm. You're
the
representing us.
exactly the definition of representatives is what, right?
Yep,
So I don't understand that. I
I
really
don't
don't.
either. But yeah, we sure would like to see you at a council, that's for sure.
Yep.
Well, then, consider
Yeah,
it
no,
done.
yeah, just come. It's, what is it, every 2 weeks on a Monday night, right?
So I met,
Right.
you know what, and I'm sorry I don't have my car right now, but I did go to the Western Waynes Mirrors Association last Friday, and I did meet someone from Garden City, and I forgot her name, and I apologize for that. But she did tell me it's second and fourth, so it's the opposite of our council, so I can
Right.
show up. Yep,
Yeah, you can come and introduce yourself, you know, I'm sure that
absolutely,
people
I
would like
will.
to see it. I mean, they're gonna see you tonight, but it's always nice to be in front of the council.
Absolutely, it is. I will consider it done.
And you know, one other thing that I've been harping about for years, and Mike can contest to this, we do not have any delegates for Garden City, and we could
Precinct
have-
delegates.
we don't have any
Precinct delegates. Yeah.
precinct delegates.
No.
Really?
And maybe if you get elected, you can help with that, okay? Because we've been trying and trying, and nobody seems to want to pick up the ball and run with it.
Really? I know a
Yeah.
lot of people that would love to come and help with that.
Okay, all right.
A lot.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Okay, please do.
All right, Mayor. Hey, you take care now, and best of luck in the election. And like I said, come back anytime. When
Okay.
you get your Facebook page up and running or anything else, please send me that information and I'll pass it along.
Okay, I will do that.
All right.
All right,
take
thank
care.
you, and I appreciate you both. Have a good night.
You too. Take care. Night.
Bye-bye.
All right. I like her.
Yeah. Like I said, it'd be nice to have somebody at one of our council meetings that's one of our elected officials, so
Exactly.
that you know that they really care about us.
Right. That's why I brought it up, that we've been so underserved in Garden City for so many years that it would be nice to have somebody, you know. You know what, I meant to ask her if she was going to have any kind of town hall meetings, darn it. That's what I wanted to ask her. Well, I can email her and find that out. I have her email. So let's see. Mayor Walker's in there. Tina Wing says hello. Hello, Tina. How are you? Good to see you. Mrs. Chat's in there. Kathy Ward, our #1 fan, is in there. Marty James, how you doing, Marty? He's in there. Patty Fix is in there. Denise Stabley, running for Garden City Council. She is in there watching. And Mark Mukovitz, Derek Parton's in there. How you doing, Derek? And several others, but I just can't see them. So what'd you think, Mike? Impression?
Yeah, I like her. I think it'd be an upgrade from representation wise from what we've had.
Yes, I do too. I do too. All right, let's see. What do we got going on here? To
Gotta do
contact
Joe.
what? Yeah,
Gotta
Joe.
do Joe.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everybody to contact Mayor Kelly Garrett. You can email her at voteforkellygarrett@gmail.com, or once again, call her at 248-667-8900. And she'll be more than happy to chat with you and answer any of your questions. All right, let's get Joe in here now with Tax Talk, and then we're going to close out the show with Mike. Sound like a plan, Mike?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the last installment of Tax Talk for the tax year 2021. So, as we all probably know by now, Monday, April 18th this year is the tax deadline. You do need to have your taxes in by midnight. So probably a little bit earlier than that. If you cannot get them in, as we have told you before, you can always file an extension. Now, the extension to file is not an extension to pay. Again, if you believe that you're going to owe, or they want you to estimate what you're going to owe and send that to them. And now you can always check the status also of any of your tax information. The federal, you can go to irs.gov. If you think you have a refund coming, go to Where's My Refund? And it usually takes a few days after you filed at least before they can update the information, but you can go to that. You can also create an account, and that'll give you information also, and that can be pretty useful for some people. Now, for the state, you can go to michigan.gov/tax and also Where's My Refund? So that takes care of this year's taxes. If you haven't made an appointment already, you should go ahead and do that extension because you're probably not going to be able to get in to see anyone at this latest stage. Looking ahead, there are some possible changes for the federal and the state. Now, a lot of things are still up in the air. There may or may not be these changes, but there is a possibility. There's a talk of increase the tax for those people that make over $400,000 a year. So that could be down the pipe. Also, as of right now, there is none of the extra child tax credits that people receive this year. Again, that could be re-upped if Congress decided to go ahead and vote that in. But as of right now, there is not. Okay, now you might have heard student loans have been extended, so you don't have to pay those until August, extended. And there will also be some slight adjustments to the other tax brackets and the standard deduction, but it shouldn't be anything really, really major, heavy duty. Now, with the state, that could be pretty interesting because there's a lot of talk right now on the state level, and we're talking about Michigan, of a possible cut in the 4.25% tax rate that we have right now. And there's also talk of a possible rollback in the tax on the pensions, which was put in, 10, 12 years ago. So there is some things that could definitely benefit us on a state level. So keep your eye out. The best thing to do is keep an eye on my Facebook page. If you have a Facebook account, it's J&J Taxes and More. Check it out. Like the page. And I do try to give you information and let you know where we're at and keep it updated. I try not to go overboard with you, but it does give you some helpful information that could come in handy, especially at tax time and as you plan ahead for the next year so you don't get in trouble. So I appreciate everyone listening. I appreciate the people that have made the call and have made appointments with me directly from this show. I appreciate Carrie and him giving me the opportunity to get up here and ramble on. And I appreciate you folks for listening. As always, if you'd like to get a hold of me, you can shoot me an email. It's joe@jnjtaxesandmore.com. Call the office at 734-523-8291. Again, you can hit me up on Facebook Messenger, the Facebook page of J&J Taxes and More, where you can get some decent information. So if I could help you out throughout the year, if things come up, I am available year-round. I don't close at the end of tax season, so I am still around. Thank you very much, and have a great week.
Thanks, Joe, and we appreciate you too, for sure. Some great information all tax season. All right. Mike, I did want to mention that we only need one person now for the Commission on Aging.
Yeah,
The mayor,
right.
Diane Misfed. So she's going to be a new commissioner on the commission. But as you know, Mike and I, we do serve on the Commission on Aging for Garden City. And we're still looking for one more position to be filled. So if you're 60 years or older and a resident of Garden City and not currently serving on a board for the city, and you're interested, please contact me at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message me on Facebook, and I'll pass your name and information along to our chairperson.
Possibility is the past president of the Kiwanis, John Gibbons.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is, that's right.
But he's-
His name was floated around for sure. And then
Somebody's
once
gonna
again,
ask him.
what's that?
Somebody has to ask him.
Yeah. And then once again, I just wanted to mention the mayor's State of the City address. You can find it on GCTV HD on YouTube or the city's Facebook page. So make sure you check that out. A lot of good information, and check it out. Okay, I wanted to mention, if you are a small business owner and you'd like to be featured on our show, your business, please contact us either by email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, message us on Facebook, or call us at 734-788-9319. We are here for you and would love to have you on the show and be a part of promoting your business. It also might be a great idea for you to contact the Garden City Business Alliance, who is the chamber in Garden City at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. All right. I did want to mention the next city council meeting will be Monday, April 25th, 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6,000 Middlebelt Road. These council meetings are a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you may have as well. All right, Mike, you ready?
They spent $1 million of your tax money last Monday.
Yeah, they did. Yep, for sure. All right, you ready, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day.
Time for some
You
community
make it
announcements.
right.
So let's get Mike in here. Mike?
You know it's a lie. That'll be the day when I die.
All right.
What you
All
got,
right.
Gary?
See what we got here.
Okay, lead can be found in paint in homes built before 1978. That would be mine. Dust, soil, and more. Pick up information at the Maplewood Community Center information desk that includes helpful tips on how to keep your family safe and some cool giveaways too.
Yeah, Brad Oman at the council meeting really did a great job on talking about replacing the lead lines and at no cost to the citizens. So
Yeah, Brad's a good guy.
proactive, very proactive. He did a good job.
Cardio strength training at the Maplewood Community Center on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Call 734-793-1850 to register. Most city offices are closed tomorrow, Friday, April 15th. Trash pickup is not affected.
Right, not affected. Very important.
Tai Chi Wednesdays, beginners are 11:15 to 12:15, advanced are 12:30 to 1:30 at the Maplewood Community Center. Garden City Parks and Recreation Yoga, Mondays 5 p.m., Thursdays 5:45. Punch cards are $24 for residents, $32 for non-residents. Drop-ins are $6. Oh, cardio drumming, ages 13 and over, $5 a drop-in. The Maplewood Gym, Wednesdays 6 to 7. Bring your own set of ball, base, and sticks, or rent a set for $5 or purchase one for $30. Home Pantry needs a couple of volunteers. One to work at the pantry on Thursday mornings from 8:45 to 12:30, and one to pick up food once a month on any Wednesday at the Gleaners on Northline Road and bring it to Maplewood. Call 734-793-1859 for more information. Softball registration. Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
Spring and summer registration is available now. Register is available online. Bring it on.
Just hope it warms up.
Yeah, well, that's the nice thing about softball registration. It has the
Right.
You have the feeling that it's going to get warmer.
Yeah, I guess you can register at gardencitymi.org/parks. I put this up. This is our guest. She's going to be our guest next week, Kim Marquette. She always
Okay.
has something going on, so thought maybe you might want to check some of these out.
There's a flower collage necklace workshop.
Yep.
A remembering mom wreath class, a beaded teapot wind chimes workshop, all at the Straight Farmhouse.
Yep. You can call them at 734-838-0650. Kind of
Yeah,
hard to read, but you can go to their website at straightfarmhouse.org, and all their events are on there. And
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll talk about them.
Yeah. See How They Run by Philip King is the latest play at the Inspire Theater. Tickets are $17. You can get them at the inspiretheater.ticketleak.com. They have shows Friday and Saturday, April 15th and 16th, and 22nd and 23rd at 7:30, and Saturdays and Sundays, April 16th, 23rd, and 24th at 2:00 p.m. They're located at 33455 Warren Road in Westland. And you can call them at 734-751-7057.
Yeah, it's a nice little theater there.
Yep. Garden City Parks and Recreation's having an egg hunt, April 16th, 9:15 at the City Park Ball Fields. It's a free event. There'll be 3 different age groups, 0 to 3, 4 to 6, and 7 to 10. Maplewood Senior Center Mother's Day celebration, Friday, May 6th, $20. From 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, live entertainment, catered lunch, giveaways, and 50-50 raffle. Yeah, I emailed Danielle. I hope she got my email that Faye and I'd like to go to that.
Yeah, I think Cheryl and I are probably going to go too.
Oh, good.
Cheryl actually went with Danielle yesterday on the bus to Myers.
Up in Grand Rapids?
Yeah, it was a nice trip. She had a good time.
Good.
The weather was a little unpredictable, but it was good.
Yeah. Garden City High School's project graduation class of 2022 is having a fundraiser at Sports Venue on Saturday, May 7th from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. There'll be a bake sale, raffles, 50-50, a Blackstone and Truly Cooler or Fun giveaway. I hope to see you there.
Yeah, that Blackstone griddle, man, that's a nice prize right there. I'll tell you. I love mine.
Okay, the Westland area JCs, which includes Garden City,
Yep.
is restarting Operation Fire Up May 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You'll start at the Maplewood Community Center, and you can sign up at westlandareajcs.org/fireup or email us at board@westlandareajcs.org. They're going to be painting some more of those fire hydrants.
Yep. And they supply all the paint and brushes and brushes and you name it.
The Wacky Science Show will be at the Maplewood Community Center. It's $5 a child, $2 a sibling. It's going to be 12 p.m. on May 14th. It's for ages 4 to 12.
Yep.
North Brothers Ford and the City of Westland are doing the 21st annual 5K Fun Run Walk on Saturday, May 21st at 9 a.m. Let's see. Registration includes a certified course, a prize and recognition for top 3 male and female in all age groups, T-shirts, guaranteed for all registered by April 30th. Refreshments will include water and fruit available at various checkpoints throughout the race and after the race. And it's starting at the farmers market site in Westland
Yep.
on Ford Road.
Right. Okay.
Indie Art and Craft Jam, Sunday, May 22nd, and also September 25th. Local makers, live music, good eats, 5805 Central in Garden City at the northeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt. Westlands Farmers and Artesian Market. You can visit www.westlandfarmersmarket.com to get the 2022 vendor application and market policies. The market runs from May 26th to October 13th.
That's a fabulous market.
Yeah. The Last Day Dogs Rescues Shop and Adopt event will be on Saturday, May 28th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Garden City Park at the log cabin. There'll be 30 plus vendors there. You can meet adoptable dogs. A mom to mom sale in the Garden City Civic Arena, June 4th to 5th from 9 to 5, $20 a table.
Register at gardencitymi.org/parks. You can register right online. This is pretty cool here.
The Westland Rotary Club is having a Detroit Tigers baseball suite raffle for only $20. Raffle is going to be held on May 12th. The game is on Saturday, June 11th, 2022. It's the Tigers versus the Blue Jays. I'll be out of town that day. In fact, I'm going to miss our chat program that week because the Kiwanis International Convention in Indianapolis is taking place then.
Uh-oh. When is that?
The chat program would be on the 9th, June 9th.
So, and you'll be going when?
We're leaving Wednesday the 8th, and we'll be coming back Sunday the 12th.
Okay. I'll have to look for a guest host.
Yeah. I'm giving you plenty of warning. Anyway, on this baseball raffle sheet, the winner receives Fifth Third Bank Suite, accommodates 18 people, 5 parking passes, and $300 in food vouchers.
Wow.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
Man, that's a party right there.
Yep. Contact Jeff J at 734-261-5010 to get your tickets.
Wow, wow. Can't beat that. That's a heck of a prize.
Yep. Camp Garden City Summer Camp. Monday through Friday, ages 6 through 11, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. from June 20th to August 19th in the Garden City Park. It's $79 for a resident, $94 for a non-resident. More information and registration is online at gardencitymi.org/campgc.
Yeah, that's a good deal for the kids.
Music in the park. There's going to be 3 of them. Gordon Chevrolet is one of the chief sponsors. That's at the log cabin in Garden City, and the dates are June 23rd, July 21st, and August 18th. Runs from 6 to 9. You got different bands on each of the 3 nights. And there's also going to be a shop and play event where local people and
businesses
and civic organizations can set up a 10-foot table and do whatever they want at those. They just have to let everybody know.
Yeah, I guess Kiwanis is going to be in on that.
We're talking about it. Yeah. Our plans are we're going to have a raffle of a what do you call it?
The cornhole game.
Yeah, cornhole board.
Yeah.
Buy tickets on each of the 3 nights, and the drawing will be on August 18th for the winner. And we're also going to have another cornhole set up where people for $1 can take a shot at throwing the old beanbag at the cornhole, and if they make it, they get 50% of the money that's in the pot at that time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that could grow.
Yeah, yeah, you have several misses. That's going to be a nice little pot.
Right.
Okay, seeds and sprouts at the Maplewood Garden, ages 6 to 9 at 10 a.m., June 4th and August 6th. It's $5, $2 for an additional child. Join us for a fun and educational day of gardening. Call 734-793-1882. Yeah, John Gibbons and Julie Slabaugh are very active in this.
Yeah, I was going to say the Kiwanis is actually sponsoring this, I believe. Very cool. And that's it.
Okay.
That's all I got. What do you got? Anything?
I don't know if there's anything that library hours, Monday through Thursdays, 10 to 8, and Friday, Saturday, 12 to 5. Preschool story time is back.
I did want to mention, I've been trying to get a flyer, but I don't think I'm going to. The Parents' Night Out for ages 5 to 12, Maplewood Community Center. They will watch your kids while you take a break, and it's going to be the second Friday of every month now from 5:30 to 9 p.m. And they're going to have crafts, games, fun, pizza. It's $10 for a kid and $5 for siblings. You must register the Monday before each event date. So that's a nice little break for parents if they want to go out and
Right.
have a nice dinner or whatever on a Friday night. Right on.
Okay.
That it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Good job. You know, Mike, we're always looking for guests to come on the show, especially now during election time. Any candidate interested in coming on the show can contact us today. It's very easy. Just email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. Doesn't matter what community you live in, we want to hear from you. During these times, we'll do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office. Also, maybe you own a business or belong to an organization and you'd like to share your information with us in the surrounding communities. If so, contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. And let's see. I think that's all we got. With that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a
Podcast.
Special thanks to Mayor Kelly Garrett, a candidate for the 12th Congressional District. She actually
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, she actually announced her candidacy tonight on our show, really. She filed yesterday. So once again, you can reach out to her by calling 248-667-8900 or email her. She's welcoming you to email her at Kelly. Let's see, what is it? Vote for Kelly Garrett at gmail.com. And that's GARRETT. Thanks to Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More for all his good information during tax season. We're going to miss you, Joe, but hey, I know where you live. Tonight was his last one, so be sure to check it out. Remember to contact Joe. He's there year-round at 734-523-8291, located at 29217 Ford Road in downtown Garden City for all your tax needs. Also, a big thanks to my fantastic co-hosts, meteorologist Dr. Tom Iwinski and Kiwanis President Mike Jones. Great job as always. Mike, any final thoughts?
No, it's just want everybody to stay safe.
Yep.
We got to keep the hospital numbers down.
Keep the bug away. Keep the bug away. Yeah, get vaccinated for sure. But yeah, at least be cautious, because we don't want to go through what we did a couple years ago for sure. Also, a big thank you to each and every one of you for sharing your time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook. So we hope that you'll catch it later at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late by going to facebook.com/GCChat. We're also on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for GC Community Chat. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. You can binge watch us if you want. You got nothing better to do. And please subscribe to our channel while you're there by clicking on the red subscribe button or the little bell that's there on YouTube. we would really appreciate it. And we continue to thank all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe. And we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. We are praying that relief comes soon so you all can catch a break. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community. So please support your local businesses. They still need our help more than ever. That's for sure. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
And don't forget, we like to promote community unity. So let's be united and support one another. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate. And Mike, if you see something,
Say something?
absolutely. We got to look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to doppertomsweather.com. Great user-friendly website full of lots of good information. We will see you right back here next Thursday, April 21st. Should be a good one, live on Facebook and YouTube, when our guest will be our good friend, Kim Marquette.
Might be a long show. Kim has a lot to say.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Oh, he's great to have Kim on.
It is.
She's with Autos for Autism and the Straight Farmhouse Museum. So until then, thanks for listening. Have a very safe and wonderful rest of your week, and happy New Year, or happy Easter. New Year. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, take it easy. Have a good Easter, eh?
Yep.
All right. See you guys. Take care. Night.
Hey.